message, but because, I mean, when you say the stuff that Trump says, you can't help but say, yeah, right on. And, you get fired up and it's, there's just a lot of truth in it.
Right. No, absolutely.
They talk about the black vote. Some Democrat this week, early in the week, said we need 90% of the black vote or it's over.
Who said that?
A Democrat said that, about Hillary.
Yikes!
If that means if Trump can get more than 10% of the black vote, he wins, which is pretty sad that that's all he needs. If he can prevent Hillary from getting 90% of the vote, that's what this Democrat strategist said. Then he wins over Hillary, and that's kind of mind blowing. Obama got 95-96% of the black vote. And, John Kerry got like 89-90% of it. I believe Trump can get a big chunk of the black vote. And part of that is that, obviously everybody resonates with the Make America Great Again, helping the economy so that you could get better paying jobs. But also, what is your take on how black people feel about illegal immigration?
Oh, they hate it. Okay. Now, this is also coming from my worldly travels, as well as living out in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles, as a black man, that I'm not, but I knew a lot of black folks in Los Angeles. Being raised in the government education system, you barely know, and they use barely a lot. You hardly know the English language correctly.
I barely know it either.
English language is not quite your first language, yet you don't have a second language. Okay.
Yikes.
With that being said, the Mexican community, Hispanic community, I shouldn't say Mexican, Guatemalan, Honduras, from Mexico, all from South America who speak Spanish, the flood, the avalanche of people coming into America that literally refuse to speak English and have demanded that America speak Spanish for them is so large that we're in Cincinnati and we went to we were in a museum, museum. Yeah, we were in a museum and we went into this kiddie room, this learning room for children, and had all kinds of neat little things in there. And on the wall were some pictures. And then at one end of the wall, the only thing with words on it were 4 different big poster-like signs of educational purposes, all in Spanish.
Completely in Spanish. There was no English words on them whatsoever.
But there were no English words of any sort on the walls in that entire learning room.
It was just those posters that were in Spanish.
What?
Yeah, I didn't understand what that was all about.
Okay, so back to L.A. and back to this. The major problem now, as you start to see this unfold, is that a lot of the schools in L.A. are catering to Spanish-speaking students. A lot of the jobs now, after 20, 30 years of this immigration, a lot of the jobs in L.A., if you are bilingual, you will get the job because you're more qualified. I know a lot of Hispanics that are bilingual. Not that they speak English very well, but that they speak Spanish.
They don't speak English very good.
They speak of the English. Oh, that's China. That's Chinese.
Was it Chinese or is it
Japanese
or Korean?
I don't know. No, so we're at the end of the show. No, so they speak Spanish to Spanish people. So even if it's not proper Spanish, they communicate well with the Spanish community.
Right.
Okay, and they can also communicate fairly well with the English community. You've got the job. In the black community, there ain't no black people learning Spanish. They're angry about it. They're mad about it. They're not getting the jobs. Illegal immigration is killing in hand with Obama and his poor policies and all the regulations has destroyed black American young youths attempting to get their first job, let alone a job. Easiest way to earn money as a young black youth, go to the government.
And they certainly, they're getting all their jobs taken, or a big portion of them. So you're saying that they're aware of this?
Oh, wide-eyed and open about it. Absolutely.
And because I've never heard anybody speak out about it, but you're saying quietly this is a phenomenon that they're very well aware of, and you're saying that when they hear that somebody's going to do something about that get rid of illegal immigrations or illegal immigrants,
right?
That this is something that they're quietly all totally on board with.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
So they could go without saying anything, without saying, hey, I'm going to vote Trump. They go into the booth and they pull lever for Trump.
I think they do. It's
very interesting phenomenon.
Seems being that
we might be breaking on that. This might be the breaking analysis on that.
Well, I'm going to give you. I'm just telling you.
Nobody else is talking about that. So you heard it here first on SmithRadio.com.
My absolute gut feeling, based on my relationships with the black community and my relationships with the Hispanic community.
Yeah, because you kind of see it from both sides.
Right. I mean, it's literally, folks, I know a lot of Hispanic people that get jobs easily, hands down, because they know Spanish and English handily. Oh, look at this. Check this out. This is from Real Clear Politics. General election, Trump versus Clinton. 47.3 to 40%. So they're giving it to Trump. Real Clear Politics.
43 to 40?
Sorry. 43 to 40 was the trend, and the Trump trend is trending upwards back towards, as Hillary is trending downwards.
I don't see how Hillary can get the numbers up. Like, I will say, though, that I believe it was Sean Hannity said no matter who you put up there, they're going to get 47%.
For depending on what Democrat.
If it's Democrat. If you get the D, no matter what, no matter who you put up, if it's a D, 47%.
You might. I don't know.
Right off the top.
You might not.
You could leave
this time around, you might not.
You could leave the ticket empty and just put D.
If you left the ticket empty and put the letter D, you might get more to vote for it than Hillary.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting concept.
Breaking news. You are listening to SmithRadio.com. Breaking news. So, I mean, that's my take on it. That's where I'm coming from it.
Now, what about the write-in people? Are they going to go away? The title of our show, we talk about the Never Trump and the Cruz crew and all that. Are they coming around or not? Are they going to vote? Are they going to try to write in? I will tell you this, as I speak right now, a previously trending hashtag was write-in Cruz. Hashtag write-in Cruz. So we're going to just say, I'm not voting for Trump because I'm a Never Trump. I'm not voting for Hillary because I'm not a Democrat. So I'm just going to write in Cruz. That trend has gone away. It's not even hardly.
I tell you what, after this.
It's barely.
It's barely. I'll tell you what, after this week, going into next week, I mean, you know the memory span of the American people.
Electorate.
Of the electorate. I'm telling you right now, folks, it is dust. It is smoke. It has literally disappeared, and all kinds of things are coming out. There was an article that came out in Indiana where Heidi and Carly were at a pizzeria, and the pizza
before or after they dropped?
Before they dropped.
Before they dropped, okay.
They were at a pizzeria, and the owner of the pizzeria was interviewed. I've got the article up on sickbias.com. I posted on Facebook.com/Smith Radio, and they said the owner and the employees said that Carly and Heidi got into a cat fight.
What?
In the pizzeria.
Oh, I'm calling BS right now, and I'll tell you why.
No, I'm not. They said it was because she was getting jealous that Carly may or may not have inappropriate relations with her husband.
Have you seen her face? Oh, whoa! That was a Trump quote.
Which one?
Wow. Maybe that's where the cat fight came from.
Wow.
No, what I'm saying is, if that really happened in a pizzeria, how many of those employees have a smartphone that they're going to bust out the camera on instantly? Somebody's going to capture that.
They took a picture of the pizzeria, named it, and named the owner.
Okay, that's fine, but nobody in there that saw this go down busted out their smartphone?
They might be on lockdown. They might have been on Secret Service lockdown.
We're not talking about Hillary Clinton here.
Oh, that's true.
If it was Hillary, it would have been so carefully monitored. In fact, the employees would have been staged.
Yeah, they were they were insiders. They were all paid stagehands.
They told the real employees to go home, and they dressed up insiders to go in to act as employees.
Wow,
that would totally happen with Clinton for sure. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm IJS. You know, I'm just saying. I don't know, but apparently the wheels had come off that thing a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's not coming back. It's not going to return.
I don't know.
Like we were talking third party. There ain't no third party.
Let's talk through third party real quick. All right, here's a guy. This is the wheels came off. I don't really understand. If he had made the decision to drop out of Indiana, if he didn't win, why would he leave early to go campaign at California? To me, that's odd, right?
Right.
But maybe he needed to drop out really quick in order to have time to do a third-party run.
I know you were saying that, but here's the problem I've got with that. Dude, you're the first loser. Second place is the first loser.
So he knows that he can't go third party.
You could, but they're going to be voting on the first loser of the GOP party.
They're saying that no, he doesn't. That Trump doesn't represent conservatism. This is a conservative guy. This is your only choice for conservatism, is what they're saying.
How are you going to win over enough people to even affect it?
Yeah, you couldn't even win him over while you were running for the GOP nomination.
Right. How are you going to do that now on third party? People are going to look at you all cockeyed.
Right. So the third party run just seems really odd.
Hannity show, he had some women come on.
Okay.
There were four crews.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of them were still saying no, never, no, never. And even Hannity saying, guys, give it some time. You know, let the wounds heal. Let's move forward. Give it some time. And some of them women, they were not hostile. They're very calm. And I think they're coming around.
Well, Sean Hannity has always been very friendly to Trump and Trump supporters.
Well, but he's also been friendly to Cruz and Cruz supporters. He gave Cruz a lot of airtime.
Until he finally realized that Cruz is just being an idiot.
A troll.
He was being a troll. He was making a huge mistake by not explaining the delegate situation. It was clear that his handlers told him to absolutely do not talk about process. Do not talk about process. So when Hannity asked him about process, he blew up, and then Hannity snapped back on him, and it turned into really nastiness. And honestly, I think that was the end of it for him.
and that soundbite, he was spewing out all this hate and all this anger and all this vitriol. And my whole take on that, the reason why he did blow up on Hannity is because of his own guilty conscience. He knows it was dirty. He knew he shouldn't have been doing that.
Right. I 100% agree with that.
And then the whole
100%.
projection of hating on Trump, just, man, you got to let that thing go. Well, folks, fastest 3 hours you will spend in your entire life right here on Smith Radio. Follow us on smithradio.com. Listen to us on iheart.smithradio.com. Take us wherever you go, because we're all over the place for you.
See ya.
Happy Mommy's Day to my loving wife and my mom.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
With unfathomable power.
What kind of power?
Unfathomable. It's without fathom.